Right now on WVUA News at 5, a woman accused of killing her neighbor's cats. We have the details. Plus, one more company is back in business more than 2 years after the April 27th tornadoes, and we'll take you to the ribbon cutting. And find out why kids are getting excited about exercise. The News at 5 starts right now.
From the campus of the University of Alabama, live, local news. From Alabama's home team, this is WVUA News at 5.
Hi, thanks for joining us on this Friday. I'm Daniel Sparkman. Janie Wallace is on assignment. Now, topping the news tonight, a Tuscaloosa County woman was arrested after being accused of killing her neighbor's 2 pet cats. Details in tonight's top story at 5 o'clock. Amy Fondren and Tina Ingram live next door to each other at Sipsey Valley Townhomes in Buell. Fondren told WVUA her son caught Ingram's daughter breaking into their home last Thursday. Fondren said she called the sheriff's department but didn't press charges. Then on Friday, her 2 pet cats went missing. Fondren said on Saturday she was told Ingram put the cats in a carrier and left them in her Jeep Cherokee where they died from heat exhaustion. Then Ingram dumped them about 4 miles from their house. Fondren said her sister located one of the cats off of Gainesville Road.
I never really thought that anybody, could do this to an animal, especially in the manner that they died. It's just horrible. It doesn't make any sense to me, and I honestly don't think I'll ever get over it, ever.
Officials told WVUA they had enough evidence for a warrant to be issued, and Ingram was arrested and charged with cruelty to animals. She was released on a $300 bond. Another business is now in its new building after being destroyed by the April 27, 2011 tornado. Cintas held its ribbon cutting this afternoon. General Manager Chuck Colombo says this building is a little bit smaller than the previous one, but it is also much more efficient. The new building includes an above-ground safe room. Colombo says it's great to be in their new building over 2 years later.
Well, this is great. We never really left Tuscaloosa. We've been here the whole time. We've just had to redirect resources and facilities around our region. View of the company, in case you guys didn't know.
Colombo says Tuscaloosa's growth in its entirety, not just in the tornado-devastated areas, has also been encouraging to the company. Happening around Alabama today, a new training center is in the works for North Alabama. Governor Robert Bentley made the announcement and says it will be developed on the old site of the Lurleen B. Wallace Development Center in Decatur. This center has been closed for more than a decade, and Thursday officials turned over the deed to the National Guard. Bentley says the site will provide training for Alabama members as well as from other states. The training center is expected to be completely operational by the end of 2017. A 17-year-old child has died, or a 17-year-old teen, I should say, died in a drowning accident this week. Authorities say it happened in the Cahaba River near Hewitt-Trussville Middle School. Officials say the victim was tubing with friends when the accident occurred. He has been identified as Hewitt-Trussville High School student Brock Bowman. Bowman was a football player and was expected to graduate in 2015. Now happening around the nation, making everyday Americans more comfortable with their government's more clandestine activities. That was one of the driving messages today President Obama put out there at a White House press conference. Another hot topic, NSA leaker and recent immigrant to Russia, Edward Snowden. Shannon Travis has more.
Reporters have been chomping at the bit to question the president at the White House. Friday, President Obama obliged them, his first formal White House news conference in over 3 months. Up first, he talked about Edward Snowden's admitted leaks of classified NSA documents.
Given the history of abuse by governments, it's right to ask questions about surveillance, particularly as technology is reshaping every aspect of our lives. It's not enough for me as president to have confidence in these programs. The American people need to have confidence in them as well.
The president outlined 4 new steps to ensure government programs won't be used to spy on Americans. Among them, working with Congress to reform the section of the Patriot Act that deals with collecting telephone records, and overall, more transparency. Snowden also looms large in a new chill between the U.S. and Russia. The president explained for the first time why he canceled a one-on-one with President Vladimir Putin, saying the U.S. and Russia were not making progress on a host of issues.
I've encouraged Mr. Putin to think forward as opposed to backwards on those issues, with mixed success.
Next up, family vacation. Saturday, the president heads to Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. In Washington, I'm Shannon Travis.
Now, the president's press conference today lasted about an hour. In other news from Washington, college students who take out federal education loans will get a temporarily reduced interest rate. Today, President Obama signed a bipartisan bill that lowers the interest to nearly 4% for undergraduate students and more than 5% for grad students. The president and lawmakers held the legislation they say will save college students significant amounts of money. The new rates apply retroactively to all loans taken out after July 1st. And new details are emerging about the Florida man who confessed to killing his wife on Facebook. According to police, Derek Medina killed his wife, then posted a picture of her body on the social networking site. The 31-year-old then drove to see his family and turned himself in. He tells police she abused him. Officers say the couple's 10-year-old daughter was in the home and unharmed physically. Now, some summer students held their heads high as they walked across the stage and received their diploma. Today was the graduation ceremony for Community Service Programs of West Alabama for their Summer Youth Employment Program. It lasted for 7 weeks and provided students with the opportunity to learn skill-building training. They also had transportation to lunch and the employment site. Participants and officials with the program say the goal was to build real-world job skills.
Our goal was actually to instill employability skills with our students, as well as place them on job sites where they're actually working like they were in the real world.
I got to meet a bunch of great people, and our resumes are going to be looking real good.
The program was made possible through a grant awarded to the city.